boy SimDC'sReviews. I'm back here with yet another video, and today's video is going to be about Dragon Ball Super Episode 63. And like I did last week, I must say, if they keep going down this road of great, excellent episodes like they're doing, Dragon Ball Super may overtake Z. It might just overtake Z. This episode was fire, flames. And y'all know I love this episode for one reason, and I'll get to that reason a little bit later. But y'all know I love this episode. But anyway, let me just get right into the review so I could talk a little bit more about my favorite part a little later on in this review. But anyway, so we start off with Bulma fixing the time machine so that they could go back to the future. And then after that, we pan to Vegeta. Well, we pan to the Room of Spirit and Time and Mr. Popo, and they're looking at the Room of Spirit and Time, and it explodes. The whole thing blows up. And the reason why it blew up is because Vegeta was training so hard that the whole thing just blew up. So they pan to Vegeta, and he's just standing there. He's just like, he's sweating like crazy. He's sweating profusely. I said profusely. He's sweating profusely, and he's just sweating. And then he opens his eyes, and he doesn't say nothing. He just flies off like, let's go. I'm ready. Let's go bang out. I'm ready. So that happens. He leaves, and then they pan to Trunks, who is basically injured from his last fight with Black and Zamasu. And he's dreaming, I'm guessing, because he sees Mai. And she gives him a sensu bean, and he chews the sensu bean, and then he wakes up, and then he realizes that it's not Mai, it's actually Yajirobe who's standing over him. So he's like shocked, like, oh snap, I was dreaming of Mai, and you're here. But anyway, he asks him, Yajirobe, where's Mai at, what's going on? And Yajirobe informs him Mai went off to, because Mai found their hideout, Black and Zamasu's hideout. So she went off to basically kill them. I don't know what she was thinking, but she went off to kill them. So after that, they pan to Mai, who's with her two soldiers, and her two soldiers they know where Black and Zamasu's hideout's at. They found their hideout, and what they're going to do is they're basically going to try to assassinate Black, because apparently future Bulma came up with a bullet called an energy bullet that's actually, I think it said 5 times or 6 times more powerful than a regular bullet, so it can actually hurt or injure powerful beings. So she assumed that, oh well, she came up with this as like a little parting gift before she died, then maybe I can use this on Black. I can assassinate him with a sniper and kill him. So we go to Black and Zamasu. We're talking. Black informs Zamasu, if I fight Goku one more time and I beat him, I will be at the pinnacle of strength. I'll be as powerful as I possibly can get, and then I will finish him. I'll kill him, and that will be it. And then our mission for the Zero Mortals will go on, and we will finish our mission, and everything will happen, so on and so forth. So they're explaining to each other, talking to each other, and he's explaining to him what's going to happen if he beats Goku one more time, and Zamasu's just drinking tea, and they're just talking. So then Mai has the sniper trained on him, and she has a shot. He closes his eyes, she shoots, and it hits him in the head, and it knocks him out of his chair. So he's on the ground, and obviously, if you watch Dragon Ball, you obviously knew a bullet's not gonna do anything. Like, I don't even know. Like, I understand Bulma made it to fight bigger, stronger threats, but come on, like, that bullet wouldn't have done anything to, let's see, a regular, like a minion of Frieza. That bullet probably wouldn't even done anything to like Raditz. Like, that bullet probably wouldn't have done anything. Well, I can't say Raditz. Raditz was extremely weak. I don't know about now if he came back, but back then he was weak. But I don't know. But anyway, even though I don't even think it would harm Raditz. But anyway, forget it. So anyway, she tries to shoot him. She shoots him. It does nothing to her, and he's like, and they stand up and they're like, oh, mortals, wicked mortals. So then they do their little twin beam blasting, and it's about to kill Mai and her two guys. They run away, it's about to kill them, and then Trunks shows up. So Trunks shows up, blocks the beam, and basically Mai's like, I'm sorry. He's like, it's fine. But the reason why she's saying she's sorry is because it's like, Trunks is just like, what are you doing? Like, leave it alone. Like, you're a human. You're not a saint. You're immortal. Like, leave it alone. And I don't want you to die. You know Trunks loves her. Like, that's just obvious. They're together. But anyway, Trunks is like, leave it alone. Whatever. So she apologizes. She runs off. And Trunks then says to himself, okay, what I need to do is, I can't beat Zamasu because Zamasu's immortal. But if I can hurt Zamasu enough to break his guard, maybe I can take out Black. And then we'll figure out how to beat Zamasu later on. So, Trunks powers up into Super Saiyan Demi. Again, that's my name for it. That's what I call it. I call it Super Saiyan Demi. So he powers up into it, and he basically rushes them. So he's fighting Black. He's fighting Black. And he's actually getting the upper hand of Black. Now, again, like I said last episode, I don't think Super Saiyan Demi is... I don't think it's as strong as we all think we all thought it would be. I don't think it's that strong. Now, we don't know the actual power levels between Demi and God. We don't know the actual power levels to it, but me personally, I don't think it's as strong as Super Saiyan God Blue, at least. Maybe Super Saiyan God, but maybe Super Saiyan God Blue, I don't think it's as strong as that. So he's holding his own, though. He's fighting him. He's doing damage. He punches him in his gut, and he's just like, and he powers up, and he flies at him. And as he's doing that, Zamasu's not even paying attention. Zamasu's not even fighting. But as he's doing that, he pushes him back, and then we see Trunks go like this. And it's like, oh man, he's about to use Gallic Gun. And that's one thing I have to say. I love when Trunks uses his father's moves, because it's just like a father to a son. Trunks used Final Flash. He's about to use Gallic Gun. Only thing left he needs to do is use Big Bang Attack. That's it. That's the only thing left. And we see later on he uses another one of his father's moves. But anyway, so he uses Gallic Gun, shoots him with it, and it's pushing him back. Like this Gallic Gun is extremely powerful, pushing him through trees, mountains, just boom, 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 going through everything. And then he hits and he falls into a mountain, and Trunks just like lets all power loose, just like lets it all loose. And the way they showed it was, it seemed as if he actually killed Black. Now, we know he wasn't going to kill Black, but the way they showed it made it seem like he killed Black. Like, it showed Black's face all in white and the outline of his face, and then the outline disappeared. Like, when Cell was killed. You remember Cell was killed, and even Frieza, when they were killed, they disintegrated, and it just showed their outline of their body and just disintegrated into the wind. So that's what it did with Black. But then we saw Black's body, so we knew he wasn't dead. So anyway, Trunks is tired. He can't fight anymore. He jumps down, he grabs his sword, and in his sword he sees Zamasu behind him. So he says, okay, I need to beat you now. Now, Trunks knows he can't beat him, but he's going to try anyway. Goes commercial. Comes back. What happens when it comes back? So it comes back, and then we start off where we left off. So they start fighting. They start going at it. Boom, 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 boom. He's not doing anything to Zamasu. But again, like I said in my last video, I don't think Zamasu's that strong. I don't think Zamasu is stronger than any of them, to be honest. I don't even think Zamasu is stronger than Black. I just think because he's immortal, it doesn't matter if he's stronger. So Trunks is fighting him. Trunks is doing whatever he does. Trunks realizes I can't beat him. So Trunks goes and flies over to a building. He says, I have one more attack that's left in my body. I have the strength of one more attack. So he goes and flies to a building. He lands on a building. Zamasu comes at him. Trunks dodges, grabs him, and puts him in a type of chokehold. Zamasu's like, what is going on? What are you doing? So Trunks uses attempts. He doesn't fully use it, but he attempts to use the final explosion. The final explosion is Vegeta's move. Vegeta used in the Majin Buu arc when he blew up, when he killed himself to sacrifice himself to save everyone else. So Trunks tries to use the final explosion, and right as he's about to finish it, Black comes behind him, stabs him, right? That's it. Drops him to the ground, kicks him to the ground, he falls, and that's it. And this is why I'm saying this Super Saiyan Demi that Trunks is using, it's not as strong as we think it is, because Black says afterwards, he says, that was a great move. I might have a bruise from it. Like, he just brushed it off. Like, it was like, oh, it was a good move. Doesn't really matter, but it was a good move. Like, it's clearly not as powerful as we think it is because it's not doing anything to them. It's not doing any damage to Black. And it's definitely not doing damage to Zamasu because Zamasu's immortal. But right as Trunks hits the ground, Vegeta and Goku come back. So Vegeta and Goku hop out of the time machine. And they're talking. And Vegeta's talking to Bulma. He's like, Trunks is dying, or he's about to die. So Bulma's scared. Obviously, that's her son. She wants to help him whatever way she can. Black then shoots a key blast at the time machine, destroying the time machine, which also happens to have the urn in it. The urn that was going to be used to seal Zamasu and Black away. So both the time machine is messed up and the urn is messed up now. So Vegeta basically asks Goku, like, where's the urn at? And he's like, oh crap, I left it inside. So then Zamasu and Black start monologuing about how, oh gosh, we're gonna beat you, and the same old crap that they always monologue about. So Vegeta's like, well, forget it. We're better off using our fists anyway. So they're getting ready to fight. Everything's about to start, and then Gowasu and Supreme Kai show up. So Gowasu shows up and he's like, Zamasu, what are you doing? Why are you doing this? And he doesn't know that Black is Zamasu, the Zamasu that he was the apprentice, that he apprenticed. So he's talking to the other Zamasu, and then Goku informs him, hey, no, it's that guy. It's not him. It's that guy. He's the one from future. So then he talks to the other Zamasu who's Black. And he's like, atone for your sins, basically. Use the Dragon Balls to bring everyone back, and we can fix this. We can fix this problem. So Black informs him, hey, we destroyed the Dragon Balls. No one's going to be using them anytime soon. Then Bulma realizes, so if Trunks dies, he's not coming back. That's it. He's gone for good. So that's something we do know. Now, we do know that they can still use the time rings to go back in time and so on and so forth. So basically, they could go back in time and fix what Black and Zamasu did if they wanted to, and keep the Super Dragon Balls and bring them back. But anyway, basically, Bulma, as of right now, Bulma thinks that if Trunks dies, he's not coming back, which technically is true if they were not to use time travel to bring everyone back. But anyway, so Zamasu basically asked them to, fix everything. They say, no, we're not going to do that. And then Black and Zamasu try to kill Gowasu and Supreme Kai. Little did they know, Goku and Vegeta would be there, standing there in front of them, Super Saiyan Blue, and they blocked the attack. So now we know definitively that Goku and Vegeta are definitely stronger than they were in the past couple of episodes. Without a doubt, they're stronger. So, they block the attack, and then they talk to Supreme Kai and Gowasu like, leave, you guys don't need to be here. And they're just like, no, we're gonna stay. Gowazu's like, okay, I want to see Zamasu die, since he was my apprentice, since I created him, basically. I need to see him die. I need to make sure he dies. So, then they get into their stances, and they start fighting. Now here is my favorite part of the episode, by far. So anyway, Vegeta goes at Black, and before I even get into it, let me explain something. What I love the most, even more than the whole thing with Vegeta, what I love the most about this episode is the fact that Vegeta and Goku are working together. They're working together. Remember what Whis said to them. We said to them, if you guys work together, you guys can be unstoppable. And for the first time, I think in Super, they are working together as a team, and they prove to be unstoppable in this episode. And another thing, since I spoke of Whis, we find out that Whis is indeed an angel, actually. So he's an angel to the god. And we also find out, me personally, I thought that Black only killed the Kais. No, Black killed all the gods, including Beerus. So he killed all the gods. I thought he only killed the Kais. That's what I thought. But no, he killed Beerus too, because Whis is basically by himself. And Whis can't function properly unless he has a god of destruction to serve. So we found that out. But anyway, back to the fight. Vegeta goes in at Black, and Vegeta is just wailing on Black. And Black is like, how the hell did this guy get this stronger in this little bit amount of time? So they're fighting, and Vegeta starts powering up even more, and he's pushing Black back. He's punching him, kicking him through buildings, just straight savage, straight dominating Black. So Zamasu realizes, oh snap, like Black is getting pushed back. And here is the key to them working together. So Black is getting pushed back by Vegeta. Zamasu goes to help Black, and Zamasu kicks Vegeta out of the way. He's going further to get even more hits on Vegeta, and then Goku comes in and just punches him in the face. And Goku says, "No, you're fighting me." This is what Whis was talking about. Remember in Fukatsu no F, Whis also said it there. He said, if you guys just work together, you guys can easily kill Frieza. It's not even an issue. And this is the first time in Super that we are seeing them work together as a team. Because if they work together as a team, they are unbeatable. No one can beat them. And I got a little something more I want to talk about with that. But I'll say that later, probably at the end of the video. But anyway, Goku knocks him out the way and says, "You're fighting me now." Goku says, "You don't ever talk to a guy like that," or something to that extent. So Goku just bang, 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 bang. Goku knocks him to a wall, kicks him to the ground, and then says, "So you really are immortal." He gets up, and then they pan back to Vegeta, straight up, whooping Black straight, dominating him, just kicking, punching, and then he punches Black. Black blocks his punch. And then Black thinks he got the upper hand. So Black uses his blade and tries to cut Vegeta. Vegeta just blocks it. Like, see, should I tell you where you miscalculated? Vegeta is arrogant as ever. Oh my gosh, I'm so happy with this episode. He is just as arrogant as he's ever been. And this is the old Vegeta, the dominant, straight up, careless, kill you where you stand Vegeta. He says, "See where you should I tell you where you miscalculated?" And then he starts explaining to him, "Yeah, you may be Goku. You may be Goku's body, but you're not the fighter Goku. You are not the original Goku. You have not fought for years and years and trained your body to peak to be the Goku that I fought in the past." Like, he start going in on this dude, just railing on the whole time as he's saying this, like, just beating the hell out of the dude. And also, I forgot to mention this, but before they started fighting, when Goku and Vegeta were talking, he was like, Vegeta said, because Zamasu and Black said, "Since I destroyed the time machine, this is going to be your grave." And then Vegeta said, "No, since you destroyed the time machine, this is going to be your grave. And we even brought a coffin. It's a little small, but so what?" And then he said something about, "I won't save you," to Goku. I don't know, because obviously it's subbed, so I don't know exactly what he said in Japanese, but he said something like, "I won't save you to Goku." And then Goku's like, "Who are you talking to?" He said, "The one that looks like you." And then he said to Goku, he said, "I'm already superior to the real you. I'm definitely not going to get beat by a fake you." I was like, oh, the arrogance of the prince. Oh, is back. But anyway, so he's explaining to Black, like, "Yo, you're not Goku. You haven't trained like Goku. You haven't fought like Goku. You haven't fought battles like Goku." And he's like, "In every single Saiyan cell in that body, you cannot unlock like Goku can unlock it." Like, and then he powers up and he's just like I can unlock it. So he powers up and he just punches the hell out of Black into the ground. And then he flies down and then he punches him again in his stomach. And then this explosion of power happens. And then it's so powerful, it disintegrates a building. It's just so powerful. And Black is laying on the ground like, how you get this strong so fast? Vegeta picks him up by the hair and just like, knocks him in his head. And he says, the reason why he said, "You want to know?" He said, "The reason why is because you're a fake and I'm the real deal." And then he says, "I'm the prince of all Saiyans, Vegeta." And he just powers up. Oh my gosh, and then it ends. Like, oh my, this episode was amazing. I was so proud to be a Vegeta fan after watching this episode. I watched it at least 4 or 5 times. Like, oh my gosh, man. Like, you have no idea how happy I was. He just whooped the hell out of Black. Beat the hell out of Black. He whooped Black worse in this than he did Frieza and Fukatsu no F. He straight up dominated Black. And I'm just so happy that they actually gave him some shine. Now, I still want him to get a kill. Maybe I'm asking for too much as a fan, but I still want him to get a kill. And I know he's probably not going to get a kill because we know what's going to happen in the next episode if you watch the preview. But anyway, so that was it. That was the episode. And then we find out in the preview, obviously, they're still beating them. According to the preview, Goku and Vegeta are still dominating them until they fuse and become the merged Zamasu. Now I don't know what it's called. No one knows what it's called yet. Unless the actual name of it is the Supreme God Zamasu, which it could be. I'm not sure yet though. But I came up with a name that I like, and that's Gokasu. That's just me. Gokasu. That sounds dope to me. I don't know. It sounds hot to me. Gokasu. Now obviously it's not gonna be that. It's not gonna be Black Zamasu. I don't think. It could be. But I think it's going to be the Supreme God Zamasu. I think that's what the fusion name is going to be, the Supreme God Zamasu. But I like Gokasu. I think that's hot. But anyway, so they're going to fuse. We know from the next episode they're going to fuse. The design looks pretty dope. You know, it's Zamasu's face with white Super Saiyan hair and a mixture of Zamasu's outfit with Goku's outfit. And that's pretty much it. But what I was going to say was, Vegeta and Goku, man, like, I want to stress this strong. When they team up together, there's no beating them. And I personally think, this is what I was going to mention earlier, but I waited to the end. I personally think that it's going to be both of them fighting Beerus in the future. Whenever it comes down to it, and it's going to be Beerus versus, I think it's going to be both of them. I think both of them are going to fight Beerus at the same time as a team. And I think they're going to beat Beerus. I think they're going to beat Beerus. And because them as a team is unbeatable. Let's go back to Dragon Ball Z. When they fused, obviously there's no more team than being one person with two people fused as one. That's no better team than that. When they fused into Vegeta, they were unstoppable. They were unstoppable. Yes, they played around a lot, but they were unstoppable. When they fused into Gogeta and GT, they were unstoppable. When they fused into Gogeta and Fusion Reborn, they were unstoppable. And what we're getting little glimpses of it. They might be fusing again soon. They might be fusing again in the next episode or the episode after that. They might just end up fusing again. And if they end up fusing again, they're gonna be unstoppable. I don't think there's any way that Black Zamasu or Gokasu or the Supreme God Zamasu, I don't think there's any way that they can beat a fused Vegeta or Gogeta Super Saiyan Blue. I think it's impossible. Or maybe even, potentially, maybe even they won't even be Super Saiyan Blue. Maybe their power level will be so powerful that they'll ascend past Super Saiyan Blue. Maybe they'll be Super Saiyan Green or Purple or whatever. We don't know. We'll never know until the day comes. So, that was it. That was my review. And gosh, if I had to give this 10 out of 10. 10 out of 10 if I had to give it a score, because this episode was amazing. From the beginning to the end, it was amazing. It was amazing. It was amazing from the beginning to the end. And I can't wait till next week, because next week's going to be, it's going to be dire, because they fuse. Zamasu and Black fuse. It's going to be dire. It's going to be something else, man. It's going to be something else. But again, the reason why I think they might fuse is because Supreme Kai and Gowasu didn't leave. And I think that's a kind of like a foreshadow to them not them going to fuse, because Supreme Kai's there, he has 2 earrings on. Gowasu there, he has 2 earrings on. They can easily just be like, take these earrings, boom, boom, and use them and fuse into Vegeta. So that's it. But that's pretty much it, guys. Again, epic episode. Let me know how you guys felt about this episode in that comment section. Oh, one more thing. I forgot. JBeast23. Shout out to you, man. You gave me a lot of words of encouragement in my last video. in the comment section of my last video, which is, I'll actually add a link, or it will be on the screen. Either it will be on the screen or a link in the description. My last video is top 5 ways to kill Black and Zamasu, or beat Black and Zamasu. But anyway, JBeast23, shout out to you, man, because you gave me a lot of words of encouragement, and I really liked what you had to say, and I appreciate the love, and I appreciate everything you had to say. And I'm a small channel, but people like you are the reason why I do this, the reason why I make these videos. So shout out to you. I hope you're watching this, and I guess that's it, guys. So again, let me know how y'all feel about my review. Let me know how y'all feel, or what you think is going to happen in the next episode. Predictions for 64. Like, comment, favorite, subscribe, share. Again, like I said in my last video, share with your mom, share with your dad, share with your brother, your sister, your friends. I don't care who you share it with. Hit that like button, because I really appreciate that. That helps me out a lot. And I guess that's it. So I'm SimDC'sReviews, and I'll holler at y'all later.